Today on Karamo.
Bullying is still a thing, and I was always bullied for being that one little girl that didn't have her dad.
She's desperate to know who her father really is.
How do I know who to believe? You're my mama.
This conversation is about to get very emotional. Ruth,
I can't.
Ruth, you've done it
She
great.
obviously is not in a place where this, but
Ruth,
I can't.
Ruth, you have to hear me now.
I just want answers.
What will happen when these two men come face to face?
He's not the dad. He knows he's not the dad. I'm the dad.
Are you ready to open this? Everyone is about to finally learn the truth.
I've waited on this for so long.
Which man is her father? So today on the show, we are here to solve an 18-year-old DNA mystery. Two different men took DNA tests to see if 18-year-old Anna is their daughter. Lonnie says he was not only in the room when his wife gave birth to Anna, he named her, but he hasn't seen her since she was 9 months old. Take a look at what Lonnie had to say about this situation.
When I started dating Anna's mom, she was with this guy named Ray. She said she broke up with him. We got married. I was there for the whole pregnancy. I got up every night with her. I changed those diapers. I was there at doctor's appointments. All those key moments in the very beginning of her life, and in an instant it was just ripped away. About 5 or 6 months after she was born, we broke up. I was staying with one of her friends, and he told me that Ruth told him that I wasn't the father. I went into a very, very dark place. Did a lot of things that I shouldn't have. I took it out on everybody. It landed me right back in a prison. It wasn't until they sat me down and told me that I was not the father, and since I was on the birth certificate, they told me that I had to sign over my rights because she was getting taken away. I got released from prison, and that was the last time I saw Anastasia. She was asleep in her playpen. That was probably one of the hardest things I did, because something told me that was going to be the last time I seen her, and that was it. I sent her a friend request, and I sent her messages, and I went ahead and looked at her pictures. It was kind of, odd on how much she really does look like me, and especially growing up. When everybody reached out to me and was telling me that they don't believe that Ray was the father, and there was other people that was, in the same boat with, who's the daddy, who's the father. I've always felt like, she was my daughter. Things could have been differently. And I don't know why all the lies. I want to be her dad.
Lonnie is just one of several men that Anna has been told was her father over the years. She says she has received messages from multiple men claiming to be her dad, and she hopes that one of the two men who took DNA tests today will be her father. Everyone, please help me welcome Anna to the show. Hi, Anna, how are you? Can I have a hug? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You look very beautiful.
Thank you.
So Anna, this is a hard situation.
Very.
And I know that this has been causing you a lot of pain. You're just 18 years old, so this has been your entire life. So growing up, who did you believe was your father?
As a baby, you don't really think of that, but everyone else was under the impression that Lonnie was the father since he was married to my mom. Yeah.
You're adorable.
And so, yeah, when I was 7, my mother was not present, but they sat me down at the kitchen table and they began to tell me that they don't know who my dad is. And it was really hard to hear at such a young age. Thank you. And then they said they didn't know who it was. So I'm, for the next 3 years, going around questioning, who is my dad? Why doesn't he want to be here?
Yeah.
And
with knowing that knowledge, what was your childhood like? Was it hard for you?
it was really hard growing up because I really didn't have either parent. I'm living 3 states away. I don't know who my dad is, and my mom isn't allowed to, I'm not allowed to stay with her.
And when were you taken away from your mother and why?
I wasn't older than a year when I was taken away, and I don't honestly know the hardcore truth. When I try to talk to my mother about it, it gets shut down, but everyone else has told me that she left me with a friend and my sister with a friend for 3 days, did not come back, and that friend called CPS like, these aren't my kids, I don't know what to do.
My producer told me that you did have some supervised visits with your mother, but
Yes,
those didn't really mean a lot to
we
you.
weren't allowed to stay with her at her own home, so she would have to come over to the houses that we were staying at. So I didn't have the relationship with my mother that a little girl needed, and that was really hard because not only do I not know who my dad is, so don't have that relationship, my mom is right there and I can't have it.
Yeah, yeah. Did you still have contact with your mother after she was no longer in your life?
I don't speak to my mother anymore. I haven't spoken to her since November. Growing up, I went through all this hardship, so as I got older, I started having more self-love and worth for myself and knowing my worth. So I set boundaries for people.
What boundaries did you give your mother?
I wrote a whole page of boundaries. Here it is here. I wanted personal space. I needed to be able to be open and be me and be honest about who I am without being judged or ridiculed or without being spoken to with a condescending tone, because when I'm just trying to express myself and you tell me that I'm just trying to fight with you, that makes me feel like such a bad person, but at the same time, it makes me feel bad for wanting answers.
I'm so impressed by this. This is literally my only goal, to teach people this. You gotta give me a high five. I am thoroughly impressed. Just that first line, giving personal space so I can be me. Don't invade my privacy. You better preach.
Growing up was not only difficult for me because of not knowing who my dad is and all this other drama going on. When I would try to speak to anyone, and especially my mother, about these issues and how they made me feel, because they made me feel like I was a disappointment, like I wasn't wanted, like I did something wrong as a child to make him not want me.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay to make a child feel like that.
Yeah. Did you know Lonnie growing up?
I have no memories of Lonnie. I don't know him.
Yeah. He's a stranger to you.
Exactly.
Who's on your birth certificate?
Lonnie.
Lonnie is on your birth certificate. Did your mother tell you who she believed your father is?
Bullying is still a thing, and I was always bullied for being that one little girl that didn't have her dad.
She's desperate to know who her father really is.
How do I know who to believe? You're my mom, I should believe.
Ruth, you've done it
She
great.
obviously is not in a place where this, but
Ruth,
I can't.
Ruth,
I just want answers.
don't go away. We're unlocking this 18-year-old DNA mystery.
When I started dating on his mom, she was with this guy named Ray. She said she broke up with him. We got married. I was there for the whole pregnancy. I got up every night with her. I changed those diapers. In an instant, it was just ripped away.
When I was 7, they sat me down and they began to tell me that they don't know who my dad is.
Did you know Lonnie growing up?
I have no memories of Lonnie.
Who's on your birth certificate?
Lonnie.
Did your mother tell you who she believed your father is?
At the age of around 10, I was really questioning it because I remember distinctly crying in a Walmart parking lot at 2 a.m. in the car, crying, why doesn't my dad want me? Who is he? I need a dad. This isn't okay. I'm watching all my friends go to father-daughter dances and all this stuff, and I can't have that. And that was a terrible feeling because in school, bullying is still a thing, and I was always bullied for being that one little girl that didn't have her dad.
Yeah.
It's just made life so difficult because now I'm 18, still asking the same questions, and I haven't even figured out who I am as a person because I'm trying to figure out who all these people are that are supposed to be here.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is you're still trying to clean up a mess that was made by people that should have given you clarity and who should have supported you. And I'm glad that at least now here, you'll get some answers today. So when did you find out about Ray?
When we sat down at the table when I was 7, they told me they didn't know who my dad was, but there were at least 3 different possibilities, and they told me those 3 names. Lonnie and Ray were two of the names.
Got it.
And then Lonnie kept trying to contact my mom to see if he could see me. And then Ray would try to get in contact with me because I made a million Facebook. I would make a Facebook profile and he would text me, and I would get so scared of getting abandoned again that I would just delete the whole Facebook account and make a new one.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So when did you first finally meet him?
I met him last summer when I was 18 years old, right after I graduated high school.
And did you have a relationship when you met him? What was it like, and do you have a relationship now?
When I first saw him, I immediately saw the resemblance in us. And I was torn because I was hopeful and happy that I could have possibly met my dad, but at the same time, it broke my heart because why did I have to wait this long to meet you? It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Do you have a relationship with him now?
We do.
So you and Ray talk. How often do you talk?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done more for me in the short amount of time that I've known him than my mother's done for me my entire life.
So this is a big moment for you today.
Very big.
Okay, then. All right, everyone. So we are going to hear from both Lonnie and Ray later in the show and get to the DNA findings. But first, I want to hear from your mother, Ruth, who is joining us virtually. Everyone, help me welcome Ruth to the show. I see you're emotional, Ruth. What's going on?
I don't know where to start because, I mean, there's just so much going on, and
If you don't know where to start, I can start, because I have so many questions that I have wanted the answer to for 18 years.
I would love that, because the most frustrating thing for me in this situation is knowing that I've told you the truth, no matter how bad it may be.
But the thing is, I've been told so many things, I don't know what is the truth. I don't know who I can trust at this point. If I get told 7 different stories, how do I know who to believe? You're my mom, I should believe you, but I don't live with you. I got taken away from you, so who should I know how to believe?
I'm the reason you got taken away. I've never denied that. No one else was around to help. I'm the one that fought for you. I'm the one that did all of that. And I'm the one that has tried to see you and be with you. And I'm the only one that got kept away from you.
You're not the only one that got kept away from me. You know how many people I wanted to see growing up and I couldn't see them because of the situation that all of you created? I was in this situation and I didn't deserve any of this.
I don't think you do. And I don't know why you're yelling that at me now as if I've ever thought you did, baby girl. You know that. I'm the one that sits there and tells you that this is ridiculous, and that's why I told y'all the truth about my past, so y'all didn't make the same mistakes. But do not ever say that I do not care or that I did not fight for you, because that is a bold-faced lie, and you know.
And you know I never said that. I need you to actually listen to me for once. You're hearing me, but you're not listening.
Okay. On it.
So, Ruth, when did you tell her that, you said that you told her your truth?
Everybody has known my truth the whole time because I'm the one everybody talked about. I was the problem. I was the only one that had the girls when they got taken away.
How did I get taken away? Why did I get taken away? I've been told so many stories. I just want the truth. Listen to me for once. You're hearing me, but you're not listening.
This conversation is about to get very emotional. Ruth,
I can't.
Ruth, you've done it
she
great.
She obviously is not in a place where this, but I can't.
Ruth, you have to hear me now.
I just want answers.
Don't go away. We're unlocking this 18-year-old DNA mystery.
I really didn't have either parent. I don't know who my dad is.
And when were you taken away from your mother?
I wasn't older than a year. I don't honestly know the hardcore truth.
I've told you the truth, no matter how bad it may be.
But the thing is, I've been told so many things, I don't know what is the truth. I didn't deserve any of this. I just want the truth.
The same truth that I have told you from the beginning, and I don't know why you're going to believe it now when you haven't believed it before. I had an addiction, and when I was trying to get out of it, the people in that world don't want you out. And they go after what hurts you the most. And everyone knew that my children were the only thing I cared about. So that's who they went for.
Ruth, did you try to get your daughter back?
Yes. And I was told over and over and over again
that
I could not.
That is true.
That
She wanted us back really bad. And
I
give her props for that.
I was pregnant, riding 3 buses and a train to come see y'all in the middle of summer. That's how hard I had to fight to see you because no one would help me. No one would let me. For everyone
I
to
still
do
deserve
by
better
y'all.
than what I had.
You do.
I had a great education, that's great, but I needed my parents.
Do not pretend like I don't know what it is to miss you. And no matter how many times you've blocked me or said that my name is Ruth and I'm not your mom, my door has been open for you every time you've called.
Anna, what is it that you need from your mother right now? Because I have to be honest with you, as a third party right now, I do see your pain, I see her pain, but I actually am pleasantly surprised, Ruth, by your acknowledgement. You're not dismissing your daughters.
Said that.
Yes, I see it, I'm witnessing it. So what is it that you need from her? Because I know that there's gonna be trust issues. I do understand that. And it's gonna take a while for you to rebuild that trust. But she's saying to you that I wanna be here for you now. I wanna give you.
I need her to respect my boundaries that I set, and I need her to.
So you
when
felt like she didn't respect your boundaries in
When
no
I
way.
speak to her and when I try to talk to her about things like this, I feel like I'm getting yelled at or like I'm starting an argument when it's not supposed to be an argument, when I just want truth. And I get that none of y'all want to go through it again, but I have to go through it again out loud so I can know the truth.
But I'm here.
I
Ruth,
never said I wouldn't go through it
but
again.
Anna, all I can use is this moment right now. Your mother has said that she tried to give you the information and that she wants to give you it now. Can you acknowledge that she is trying to say, I want to give it to you now?
And I'm glad that you're open now, but it is just now that you're open, because when I tried to talk to you about this when we were in
Ruth, you've done a really great job. Let me give you this
I
piece
really
right here.
can't.
You've done a
She
great.
obviously is not in a place where this
She
is.
actually is.
Yeah, but
Ruth,
I can't.
Ruth, you have to hear me now. Did she take out the headphones? Got it.
This is what it's like every time I try to talk to her. I express myself and she takes it as me attacking her. I just want answers.
I see that now. I see that. I see that. I see that. I understand now. Because I did see the acknowledgement. I understand what you're going through. Ruth, are you ready to keep the earpiece in and listen to what I have to say to you? Because I actually want to support you right now. And I want to support you and your daughter having a better relationship. Are you ready to hear what I have to say?
Go ahead.
When your daughter is saying to you, the reason that she blocked you is because she was scared of being abandoned. The same way you try to protect her from it, she was trying to protect herself. The same way you didn't have anyone protecting you, and you try to do your best, getting on the trains and the bus, is the same thing she's trying to do herself. So what I need you to understand is that when you get defensive about her doing what you did as well, trying to protect yourself, that's where the breakdown in communication happens.
She thinks I'm the bad guy. She thinks I'm gonna lie to
Hold on,
her.
don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing. Hold on.
Every time I open
Hold
my
on.
mouth, she tells me that I'm wrong or that I don't believe it or that I'm not meaning it. I don't know what to do now.
You need to acknowledge that your daughter's feelings are valid first.
Yes, her feelings are valid. Of course they are.
Then show that.
I have.
So, Ruth, the reason that it comes across to your daughter is because I'm telling you, she feels.
You can't not talk to me for 2 months and then act like I've said anything.
Ruth, we're going to come back to you a little bit later because I need to support your daughter right now. Can I cut that? Thank you. So the reason I'm telling you not to engage right now is because what I saw there was now a clearer picture of what you're experiencing. And I tried to give your mother the tools to understand what she was doing and what she was feeling and to how to understand what you're feeling. You can't acknowledge the hurt and pain the way you need her to for your childhood. And that's the sad part right now. And the reason I told you not to engage is because the answers you need is not from her. What you do need from her is an apology. What you need from her is acknowledgement. She's not in the place to give it to you yet. But what you can get here on this day is support from one of these men who are hopefully your father. So that's why I want to move on. Everyone, please help me welcome Ray to the show so we can get some real answers. Hey Ray, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, good to meet you as well. So did you know about Anna over the years?
She was taken away. I had no idea how to find her.
She's desperate to know who her father really is. How do you feel about seeing Lonnie today?
He's not the dad. He knows he's not the dad. I'm the dad. There's no reason for him to be here.
What will happen when these two men come face to face?
motherfucker. Get off my stage.
They don't know who my dad is. There were at least 3 different possibilities. Lonnie and Ray were 2 of the names. I need her to respect my boundaries that I set.
Ruth, you have to hear me now. Did she take out the headphones?
I just want answers.
I see that now. The answers you need is not from her. What you can get here on this day is support from one of these men who are hopefully your father. Everyone, please help me welcome Ray to the show so we get some real answers.
I did know about her over the years. I was away in boot camp in the military.
So then why didn't you see her for 18 years?
Her mom and I were really, really young at the time. We got involved in drugs and all the kids were taken. I tried to contact her throughout the years. She was taken away. I had no idea how to find her for a long time.
Understandable.
I tried everything I could. The only thing I knew about this young lady right here is she was in Alabama.
And when was that first time you reached out to her?
Probably over 10 years ago. Okay. I know that I found her on social media, and all her pictures at the time were young.
It's actually what started the whole me being sat down at the kitchen table. It's because he messaged me and I was like, who is this random person telling me they're my dad? What is this?
And that started the conversation. Got it.
That's when they thought it was time to tell me, and they told me. And when they told me, it did break my heart. And I was wondering who this dude was.
And that's why you started to block him and start to figure out.
Because I was scared. It made me feel scared because why after 7 years are you trying to message me and get in contact with me? Where were you the other 7 years? Because it's hard to understand as such a young child that things happen and there could actually be reasons that they can't be there.
If I had that option, I would have been. I had no idea where you were. Look, there wasn't a day that went by that I did not think about this girl. There's a couple of songs that I played for her that I listened to one of them every day religiously. That is my song to her.
Very
This girl is my heart. The name of the song is Zoe Jane by Stained.
And he did embarrass me at karaoke by changing Zoe Jane to Anna Grace in front of everybody.
Look, this is my mini-me, y'all. Yeah. I love this girl. This is my daughter no matter what. Look, we went so far as we've got matching tattoos here. We got this after we met last year as an adult. And this basically sums up everything. She is my missing puzzle piece. Okay. She's got the puzzle piece.
Yeah, oh, that's sweet. When did you finally meet?
We met last summer when I was 18, right after I graduated.
I need you to really receive this because you have abandonment issues that you're going to be processing for a while.
And I need you to understand that
as you had abandonment issues, though we don't know if Ray is your biological father, we do know that at least someone was trying to reach out. And that is something for someone who has abandonment issues to know that there was somebody searching for me. There was someone looking out. I just need you to hold on to that.
Going what he was saying about abandonment issues, baby girl, I'm not going anywhere. 17 and a half years was robbed from us. Nobody's taking anything else from us. We're going to get to know each other, and I'm going to be there to help you find your voice and figure out who you are.
How's your relationship with Ruth?
We speak. There's no ill will or anything. I care about her.
He's a simp for her, but he won't acknowledge it.
Look, my daughter wants to put me on the spot, but mind you, when she was here last summer...
So you do still have feelings for Ruth?
Oh, of course. It's not a secret. She tried to hook us back up last summer, so don't sit up here and look innocent.
Before I saw all the, no offense to throw y'all's relationship under the bus, toxicity.
Yeah, it is toxic. She's a good person. She doesn't know how to express herself.
Do you know if Ruth is still married to Lonnie?
From what Ruth tells me, yes. But I'm hearing through the grapevine that Lonnie's telling everybody that they're not. So I have no idea.
Lonnie's told my producers that they're still married. And so that's one of the things. Have you met Lonnie?
I knew Lonnie.
Have you seen him face to face?
I knew Lonnie back in the day. There was a big issue back then. Her mom and I were together, and then she basically started messing around and seeing Lonnie.
Well, since you have feelings for Ruth, how do you feel about seeing Lonnie today?
He's not the dad. He knows he's not the dad. I'm the dad. That's my baby girl. there's no reason for him to be here. I'll go off stage and you can bring his ass out here and then he can hear what he wants. I'm sorry. He can say what he's got to say and then it'll be over and done with.
But that pain and that hurt that you're feeling, I get it. You're a young man who is in love, who is going through something, and you feel like this other person came in between what you felt was yours.
No, don't feel like
quite
he
literally
did.
did.
Like if it wasn't for their forced marriage and him being around, that would have been my forced marriage with that woman.
I get it. But at the end of the day, she needs healthier role models. Do you feel like you can be that healthier role model for her?
Oh, absolutely, going forward.
Going forward.
But today's a whole different day. Today's a whole different day.
Well, then you know what? Since you have been very clear with me, I'm going to ask you to leave. Not because I don't want you on the stage, but because I want to keep civility and because I'm going to bring Lonnie out, okay?
All right,
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to see you in a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. I also want to talk to Lonnie, who is the estranged husband or husband of Ruth, your mother, and hear his side of this entire story. So everyone help me welcome Lonnie to the show. Hey, Lonnie, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
I'm sorry.
No.
But
Hug your potential daughter. Don't go away. So this is your first time seeing her in person? Since she was 9 months old. Everyone is about to finally learn the truth. He doesn't have any ill will against you.
I know.
So why you got ill will? Which man is her father?
I've waited on this for so long.
Stay tuned.
I remember distinctly crying in a Walmart parking lot at 2 a.m. in the car. Why doesn't my dad want me? Who is he? I need a dad.
I tried to contact her. I had no idea how to find her.
Have you met Lonnie?
I'm the dad. That's my baby girl. There's no reason for him to be here.
I also want to talk to Lonnie, who is the estranged husband of Ruth, your mother. So everyone help me welcome Lonnie to the show.
You didn't deserve the pain you went through either.
How are you doing?
pretty good.
Something that you just said that I need to make sure everyone heard, which is a true testament to your character, and why I said I want to acknowledge your growth continuously as a young woman, as 18, is that you looked at this man and said you didn't deserve this either. Why did you feel like you need to say that?
I mean, he was married to my mom, and he was told that I was his kid, and then he was told that I was someone else's kid, and now 18 years later, he's being dragged back into it. No one deserves to find out like that.
Yeah. How do you feel about everything that's been going on here?
I buried this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. What did Ruth tell you about Ray?
Well, whenever we first got together, she said that they weren't together, that she was breaking up with them.
Okay.
When the whole time he was at one house and I was at the other.
And did Ruth tell you that Anna was your child?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so you were excited?
I went through the whole pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for everything. I was there, sonograms. I was there when she was born.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people that was in the room. I remember things that were said. The difference is then I was sober. I wasn't on anything. I had to stay clean. I was on parole.
So why did
I
she get
had
taken
to.
away from you?
Things happened in mine and Ruth's relationship and we fell apart. I got told that she wasn't mine.
Mm-hmm.
I did
so
a
you
lot.
had anger issues, and so when you found out of the information, you kind of lashed out.
Yeah, at the least.
Yeah, got it. So why didn't you, when you got out, fight for her?
I did.
You did? Tell me
I
your
tried to find her. I asked, I talked to judge, I talked to investigators, I talked to a CPS caseworker. There was nothing that I could do. Once I had to sign my rights over to her when I was locked up, that was it.
Got it. Understandable.
Ruth would never, I'd talk to Ruth about her, I'd ask questions. I would run into people that knew your mom. I would run into people that would see you and your sister. And they had no problem telling me how y'all were. So whether you know it or not, I've been that little shadow in the back, just keeping my mouth closed. I've got no ill will towards anybody, and that's not why I'm here. Mm-hmm. I came for you. Yeah. No matter the answers that we get on that, I don't care about that, okay? I'm not trying to take you away from somebody, and I'm not trying to be replacive.
Did you ever try to reach out to her during those times? And what happened?
The same thing that happened with Ray.
You blocked?
Blocked and deleted.
Yeah. Okay.
I was terrified to talk to any of them at the fear of what if they come back and I mess up again and they leave again.
Yeah.
I couldn't go through that a second time.
Mm-hmm. So when was the last time you saw him?
What was that, around 9 months?
When she was 9 months old. Got it. So this is your first time seeing her in person? Since she was 9 months old. How would you feel if you're not the father today?
It's going to be like rehashed in a nightmare.
Yeah.
Whenever I went through all that, I went to a very, very dark, deep place. I disconnected from everybody.
Yeah.
I cut off my family. I cut off my friends. I stayed in the furthest point away from everything that I could. I had to.
I'm going to ask you this because even though we don't know the results, I do hear language that says that you could feel as if you're going to regress. Do you have support either way, whether you're the father or not, to help you in this moment? You do. Okay. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. I want to go backstage and talk to Ray because something that's interesting is you have no ill will to Ray, but he has so much towards you.
It is brought on to him through Ruth.
Yeah. Because for you, you're like, I'm not mad. I'm not trying to take anything that's yours. Those were your exact words.
That's not my place.
Yeah.
And this is a much bigger picture than me, than him, than her. This is about this young lady right here.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, I'm going to go out back and talk to him because we need to get the results, and I need him to be here when we get these results. So let me go backstage and talk to him real quick. You heard that.
Yes.
He doesn't have any ill will against you.
I know.
So why you got ill will? I know that you're hurt because of what happened. Like I said, I acknowledge you were young, love, but the person that you would be mad with is the woman you're still in love with.
Right, and it may not be fair to him because some of the stuff I'm mad at him about was stuff that happened 18, 20 years ago.
Drugs, there were so many things going on. Y'all were all young. I understand. But that was between him and Ruth, you and Ruth. That's her playing you two. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand why you're mad at him. And I gotta tell you,
Maybe it's a little bit of jealousy. I don't know.
You know what? That type of vulnerability from you as a man, I appreciate.
I mean,
because that's what it is.
It's
a bit of jealousy.
I think it is because we went out and I went out and got her mom a ring. So that's why I made the comment that I made out there earlier. Like it very well, I could have been in the position that he's in right now.
But you understand that the person who put him in that position was Ruth.
I get that.
So even though you're mad at him, she was the one that said, "Oh, you're the dad. Let me come here." And he just tried to do the best he could do.
That's fair, and it's easier for me to hate him than it is to be mad at her.
Exactly.
Just be mad at her. It's not that big of a deal.
I will, Anna.
Can you come back out?
Yes.
All right, come on out with me. Why don't you come this way? Now, I know you said you want to punch. Can you shake his hand?
Yeah.
You shake his hand.
Be civil.
Good job. I appreciate you both sitting out here. Because the truth be told, the person who has caused all of this pain is unfortunately the person that you still love, that is your mother, and that you might potentially still be married to. I think it's time now to get this truth answered. You deserve this truth. Are you ready to open this? Everyone is about to finally learn the truth.
I've waited on this for so long.
We're unlocking this 18-year-old DNA mystery. Which man is her father?
You are the father. Get off my stage.
He was told that I was his kid, and then he was told that I was someone else's kid, and now 18 years later, he's being dragged back into it.
So this is your first time seeing her in person? Here you go. How would you feel if you're not the father today?
It's going to be like rehashed in a nightmare.
I think it's time now to get this truth answered. They asked me if I want your mom back up.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Yeah, no. And the reason I made that decision that I don't feel like your mom should be back up is because, unfortunately, there's not going to be a healthy conversation. And what I don't want is with you two men being in a healthy place right now to at least be here to support her, I don't want her to come in and say something that's going to make you upset, will trigger you, that could trigger you. There's no point of it because she's already played her role. That's why we're sitting on the stage today. That's why we're sitting on the stage. And I don't want that to be triggered because both of you are in the mindset that it's about this young woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it's about.
But I would also like the relationship for her and her mom to be rebuilt somehow.
Oh, no,
That'll happen when
listen.
she
I mean, that's
grows.
going to take years of therapy.
Yeah,
but
I tried to give a little bit of that earlier, but we weren't able to get there. So right now I want to focus on the three of you. So, Anna, are you ready to open this and to find out the truth of who your father is?
And then I want a copy of that.
Are you ready? There's no better time, and we're all here supporting you.
Can I just say something before you open that? Just like I stated earlier, I'm not here to take anything away from nobody. So no matter what you get there, I've done told you where I stand. Good luck, baby.
I've waited on this for so long,
And
bro.
you deserve it.
It's here now. There's no more questions anymore.
So it's a good first step in your healing. We're unlocking this 18-year-old DNA mystery. Which man is her father? Are you ready to open this and to find out the truth of who your father is? And we're all here supporting you.
I've waited on this for so long, bro.
And you deserve it.
It's here now. Told
Ray
you.
is my father.
I told you. I knew it.
There's your
I
father.
knew it.
You have clarity.
So now that that's out there, can I just say that if Anna does want to pursue any type of relationship with Lonnie, that's between her and Lonnie. I would never stand in the way of that. She deserves, she needs,
That's good. That's good. That's good.
she needs all the
See what
support that she can
happens when
get
mom
right
is
now.
gone?
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I tried.
Good.
I tried.
No, you succeeded. You didn't try.
Thank
You
you.
succeeded.
After this, though, I have one more surprise for my daughter. I can say that officially now.
Yeah.
Thank
How are you feeling? You feeling okay?
I feel a little overwhelmed, but also very happy that I finally got my results. But I also feel bad because we're gonna have a relationship, but I feel like I just broke his heart all over again.
But that's not your responsibility. That was Ruth. And Lonnie, I will say this to you. I'm very sorry that at a young age you got dragged into this. Because the thing is that that choice changed the course of your life in different ways. From you getting angry and having to go back to jail, and I'm sorry. And you deserved better. She said it when you came out, and I just want to acknowledge that no one in here is going to look at you as a bad person. I'm glad that the world is going to be able to see the man you are. And hopefully that gives you a little bit of a vindication that the world actually gets to see, like, this wasn't all me. Somebody else played a role in this life, but you made the best of it. And I'm thankful for you. I really am thankful.
I want to personally thank you and your producers. But with that being said, I do have one final surprise for my daughter.
Okay.
Effective immediately, I'm relocating to Alabama. When I said earlier that 17 and a half years have been taken away from us, nothing, we're not missing any more days. We're going to figure out who you are together. I am leaving for Alabama Saturday night or Sunday morning.
It's a lot, right? What I'm glad about this is that I know that's abrupt, but what I'm happy about this is that this hopefully today can also start to heal a little bit of the abandonment issues you have. You have
Yeah,
two
I ain't
men,
going nowhere.
two men that are supporting you, that still love you. You have one that's going to try to move closer to be there to support you. So thank you. I also thank you for stepping up. And I appreciate the woman that you are growing to be. You don't change your path. You do not change, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're a great young woman.
I really
Great
needed
young
this.
woman. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm so happy that there's answers today, okay? Of course you can have a hug. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did I
You're
give this to
welcome.
you? This is mine.
No, that's yours. That's yours. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. Remember to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.